And we're back, guys. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. We're back at the Indian Wells, and we are going to take a look at today's matchups. Again, guys, thank you for all the love and support. Like the video, show some love. Guys, we haven't missed many so far, and we're going to keep this hot streak going here. Sabalenka taking on McCartney Kessler. Now, Kessler's won 7 of her last 10 matches, right? She's here after taking out Anisimova, a good, solid win. I knew she'd get the job done. While Sabalenka, on the other hand, she's also won 7 of her last 10. She's here. Now, she played Osaka in the Las Vegas exhibition. Remember that? A few days ago. So, I mean, it was a really good match. It went 2 sets. Both sets were very competitive. But aside from that exhibition, she hasn't really played competitively. And I'd say, nearly 3 weeks, right? When she lost to Clara Tauson in Dubai. So the question is she in form? Because we know Kessler is. Here's the thing with Sabalenka, right? Sabalenka, she's the type of player that she's so powerful and aggressive. Her game doesn't really change, right? She's looking to overpower you. Her power's not going to go anywhere, whether she's in her best form or not. She will miss. She can miss badly sometimes, but the reality with Sabalenka is she practices so hard that all she really needs to do is get out of the first round and she'll find her form, right? A lot of times these players, these elite players, they'll use that first round matchup as just that matchup that kind of gets them back on track, right? Whether it's a sloppy match or not, just that court time is kind of enough to get her where she needs to go. But she practices a lot. So that first match, it's normally enough, all she needs, because she's so strong to get on the right track and go deep in these tournaments. And she's gone deep here at the Indian Wells several occasions. This is the type of matchup here where Kessler's going to have to get balls back. It's as simple as that. Make Sabalenka work. Kessler's used to the court. She's warmed up to the court. She's in good form. Just make these rallies go longer. Try to drag this match out and just hope Sabalenka makes mistakes. She makes faults and just hope she gasses out. But seeing Sabalenka practice with Coco, I wouldn't say she looks her best, but 70% of Sabalenka is still better than 95% of all the ladies on tour, right? With the exception of probably the big 3. If she's not 100%, those are the types of, and look, once outside of the big 3, the big 4, anything can happen on any given match, but the level of competition drops off dramatically. Let's be honest. Go to the community, take a look at the futures and the favorites to win Indian Wells. You have Iga and Sabalenka with the best overall chances to win it. And then you have Queen Win, Coco, and Rybakina. You know, they have essentially the second most favorable odds to win it. And from there, it just drops off. I mean, you have Mira. She's in the mix, right? She got her first 1,000, so she'll start to get some respect from the experts. And then you have Pegula, who she's playing good. She won the ATX Open. I think Pegula is probably the biggest sleeper, to be honest with you, because she is in form and she has the confidence of winning, right? 5 in a row or something like that. But we're going to take Sabalenka to win the match. I think Kessler has a chance to drag it out, make it ugly, make Sabalenka sweat it out. But overall, I think Sabalenka will prevail. Lucia Bronzetti taking on Magdalena Frech. It's a tough match between two competitors now. Bronzetti, overall, she's unseeded. Magdalena's a seeded player here, 30th seed. And these two ladies, look, they've played twice, and Bronzetti she's owned the head-to-head. They last played on grass last year in Birmingham, where Bronzetti won that in 3. Previously, they played last year at the Indian Wells, where Bronzetti won that in straight sets. Bronzetti last year, I'd say Bronzetti's improved year over year. She's constantly getting better. But last year at the Indian Wells, I thought she looked really, really good. I don't know if she's in that same form, because she looked really good in shape last year. I mean, coming into this tournament, I mean, if we can even take a look at the win over Helena, which is a good match, long, deep ground strokes. Look, she's won 6 of her last 10, while Magdalena is struggling, guys. She's only won 3 of her last 10 matches. She doesn't look good, guys. She's lost 3 straight. Evanesian, Diana Shnaider, Lynette. Again, good competition. I mean, she's lost against Linda Noskova, Mira Andreeva, Ostapenko. Susan Lehman's probably the least expected one for her to lose on there. But overall, Magdalena is becoming a really good player. I don't think both ladies look to be in their best form, to be honest with you. Magdalena's only 3-7 on the year, but Bronzetti's played a lot more matches, right? She's at least 500 on the year. I think this is a match it's going to be a long match, guys. I'm going to take this match to go over 21 games. That's the pick for this match to go over 21 games. And I think Bronzetti's going to probably come out and set the tone here. So I like the match to go over 21 games, and I like the first set to go over 9.5 games. 2 picks, they're both totals, guys. Ekaterina taking on relative Paulina Kudermetova, who a lot of people didn't expect to be here, guys, right? The 20th seed, Ekaterina. Now, they played previously at Seoul, Korea, where Kudermetova won that match in straight sets. She's dropped of her last 10, she's dropped 6 of them. So Kudermetova hasn't really looked good, but she beat Claire Liu, a lot of power, and I said she would. You know, sometimes you got to really look at the matchups that are being presented. A lot of times they're strategic, and they will favor one particular player. You know, styles make fights. You know, Ekaterina, she lost to Big Sister in Dubai in the first round. She also lost to Amanda Anisimova in the semifinal of Doha. But before that, guys, we saw Ekaterina get hot at the upper links, where she took out Yastremska, Muhova, Martic, Sasnovich. She even took out Emma Raducanu, Sabalenka, Elisa Mertens, Jessica Pegula. It happens. I think she's in good form now, and I think she gets revenge over Kudermetova. I like Ekaterina to get the win here. Kartal over Beatrice Haddad. Beatrice Haddad, guys, kind of flying under the radar, not having the best season that a lot of people expect or think she should be having. But this could be the opportunity as a seeded player, the 16th seed, to get things back on track. Taking on Kartal, the ranked 83rd player on tour, who's 5-4 on the season. While Beatrice Haddad, she's struggling, guys. She's only won 2 of her last 9 matches, and losses against several players: Shramkova, Potapova, Magdalena Frech, Kudermetova, Keys, Sigmund, Gau. I mean, what's going on with her? She's going to be rusty for sure. Kartal is warmed up to the courts. A good win over American Levchenko, but I don't know if she's going to be able to hang in there with the power. And I mean, Levchenko, guys, she's a veteran. She's a former top 20 player, but she doesn't have the power at this age or the stamina or athletic ability to move around. I think Beatrice is going to play facing someone like Kartal, who's a lot more stationary. She's going to allow her to hang in the pocket, absorb a lot of that pace, and really not have to work as much, considering she hasn't been in good form and hasn't played, and she's not in great shape right now. So I think this is a matchup where she could get away with not being her best and still win. So I like Beatrice to win this match. That's a pick. Now it gets tough here. Big game, Sofia Kenin, guys, taking on Dasha. Listen, this is going to be a tough match, guys. It's going to be a seesaw battle. I like the first set over 8.5. I think that's a straightforward pick. If I had to lean, I did give a pick on the match previously. Go find that video. It's the last video, actually. But we're going to take the total here, so that's 2 picks. Go listen to the last video, and then you'll have another one. Kat McNally taking on Ludmila. Do I want to talk more? Should I talk more about the Sofia Kenin-Dasha matchup? Why not? We got a slam champion. Sofia Kenin deserves a lot more respect. Look, they've played 5 times. Sofia Kenin does own the head-to-head. Look, overall on the year, Kenin's 11-6. She's playing a lot of tennis. Kenin's going to do what she's going to do, right? She's won 7 over her last 10, wins over Madison Ingles. She dominated, right? Center court, I said she would dominate that match. She's beat Paolini. She's beat Marta Kasiu. She's beat Donna Vekic. She's beat Alicia Parks. She's beat Kruger, Kudermetova. While Dasher's dropped 2 straight. The loss to Serena Cirstea, I said she would lose that one. And the loss to Pegula, I said she would lose that one. Dubai, Doha, early exits. But she does have a decent win there over Putintseva and Wang, Tomova as well. The problem with this matchup is Sofia Kenin, she can hang in there with these rallies. Dasher's going to use a lot of topspin. She's going to try to beat her from deep. But I think Kenin has a way to fight herself out of these rallies with their short balls. Make Dasher run. We're used to seeing Dasher play these marathon matches. She's going to have to serve well. She can't afford to serve recklessly against someone like Kenin, who's going to be the more consistent server in this matchup. I think she'll have the more consistent drop shots. I think she'll have the better short-range game. Dasher's going to beat Kenin with the deep ball, just hoping Kenin makes mistakes. I don't think Dasher's aggressive enough to hit enough winners to completely just pull away and destroy Kenin. I just don't think so. It's going to be a seesaw battle. That's where I like the first set over 8.5. And I would lean for Kenin to win this match as well. Kat McNally taking on Ludmila. Kat McNally got a huge gift. Isla Tomljanovic was not able to continue last time out. I'm hearing it was a shoulder injury. I was at the match, pretty sad to watch, but hey, it happens, right? Now, Kat McNally, good variety. If you're not familiar with her, look, she's won championships with Coco. She's played Coco in some tight junior slam matches. She's won championships with Alicia Parks. Good doubles player, good variety, good short balls. It's going to be a battle here for the short ball, to be honest with you. Both these ladies have underrated short balls, and I've said it for a while now. I think Ludmila's short ball is one of the best on tour. I think Kat McNally is a musician. She's a Karolina Muchova. She's an Ons Jabeur, and one, just not as polished yet. Now, Ludmila, look, 500 on the year, 6-6. Kat McNally, 6-3, coming back from injury. Kat McNally, listen, guys, aside from a loss to Jovic, which I didn't like, that's a match she's got to win. She's looked good, and she's playing good, right? A lot of lower-level tennis, so this is going to be a big step up in competition. While Ludmila, even though she's 500 on the year, she's playing the best. Pegula, Anastasia, Ostapenko, Kudermetova. So, I mean, Madison Keys. This is a matchup here there. I'm going to go with Ludmila to win. Ludmila should win this matchup. I think forehand's going to be too deep. Mixing with the drop shots, she'll be able to keep Kat second guessing. The problem is Kat's played much lower level competition. And it's tough to say that because she did beat Isla. Isla's a very good player. I like Isla's physical stature. I like her mental ability. I like how she moves. I like the pressure she constantly puts on opponents. But I think Ludmila, it's going to be a step up in competition that Kat really hasn't faced. It's going to take a while for Kat to get back to where she needs to be. I like Ludmila to win this match. Long hair, don't care. Leylah Fernandez taking on Jacqueline Cristian. It's going to be another good matchup, guys. I don't think you can count Jacqueline out of a match like this, right? I think she has the power. I think she has the range to back up Leylah, who wants to be a baseline bully. Leylah wants to keep everything in front of her, and they've never played each other. This is a tough matchup when you're playing someone you never faced, because you can watch film and you can come to my channel and hit the super thanks and donate and thank me for breaking down these players for so long. But sometimes a player, they can adjust, right? They can do things in the matchup that you've never seen, and they can frustrate you, especially if you don't know their game. Sometimes watching film doesn't say it all. And Jacqueline, look, she's 500 on the year. She took out Kudermetova, which is a solid win. But again, I just think she's going through a lot right now. But Jacqueline's faced tough competition, right? Paula Badosa, Kudermetova, Katerina Siniakova. She's played good players, while on the other side of the net, Leylah Fernandez, she's lost 2 straight. And look, she's only won 5 of her last 10, but she does have wins over Emma Navarro, Greet Menon, a good shot maker, Lulu Sun, Uchijima, who just beat Osaka. But losing to Anisimova and Mertens last 2 times out, tough competitors. I think this matchup here, Jacqueline wants to play deep. She wants to play baseline tennis, extending Layla behind the baseline where she's not a threat. And if she can get Layla behind the baseline, Layla will not be a threat. It's simple as that. She won't. Layla's going to beat you inside the baseline. It's as simple as that. And Jacqueline has the style that can frustrate Leylah Fernandez. And this is going to be a tough match for Layla. This will be a really tough match for Layla. But I'm going to take Layla to come out and set the tone against Jacqueline, because Jacqueline does make a lot of mistakes too. So I'll take Layla to win the first set. That's the pick. Jasmine Paolini taking on the rookie, one of my top team prospects, Iva Jovic. Listen, guys, she's a wild card. She's here. She's going to continue to get these wild cards, and she's good. She's a good shot maker, but there's going to be a difference in, even though she's the teenager, younger player, there's going to be a huge difference in athletic ability. Paolini is going to be faster, stronger, more aggressive forehand. Jovic gets balls back. She's a good shot maker, but I see Paolini being too aggressive here. She might take it easy on her, but Paolini is going to win the match. Coco Gauff, the future of tennis, is back, guys, taking on Uchijima. Now, Coco, look, she has the second most favorable odds to win this tournament. And the reality here is American hasn't won this tournament since 2001. That was Serena Williams. It's about time. We're long overdue. Coco's 9-3 on the year after starting 9-0. She's lost 3 straight. Not good. Badosa, the Australian Open, Marta Kashu, and Kessler. Now, I felt the losses to Kasuk and Kessler, more particular Kessler, we kind of knew that was coming, right? Not playing on center court, playing on the side court, just out of the elements. Rain delay pushed the match back like 5 hours, off your elements, just not really there. It happens. Facing someone that played on that court, facing someone that was used to the courts, warmed up. That's when upsets happen. I say it all the time. Now, Uchijima, we saw her just take out Osaka in a very tough battle here. Aside from that win, she's only won 5 of her last 10, and a lot of decent matches though. I mean, she beat Ostapenko, she beat Zakharova, Kartal, and Aryna Rus, who we saw Coco give a double bagel to, by the way. This is a matchup here where Coco's going to have home crowd backing her. She's back on center court. She's going to be unstoppable. Now, I felt Osaka probably should have won that match if she was healthy. You could tell on her ball toss she was injured. She didn't look too good at all. Aside from the injury, I think she put up a good effort, and she did what she could. Coco's not injured. I don't see Coco having any problem here. I like Coco to win this match. Coco's going to be too strong. I think overall, Osaka's inability to serve effectively. Uchijima, if you watch the match, she was just reading her serve. If you want to be a great player, especially in tennis, you have to be able to disguise your serve. We've heard Billie Jean King say Serena had the best serve of all time, and a lot of the experts agree. I agree, because Serena, you never knew what side she was going, what serve she's going to give you. Same ball toss, she disguised it perfectly. Textbook serve. She disguised where she was going with her serve. You couldn't read it. And if you want to be a good tennis player, you have to disguise your serve. You have to start your fastest, most aggressive shot to begin the rally at maximum capacity. You can't let your opponent know what you want to do. The same with basketball. You know, if you take a look at a sport like basketball, the offensive player has the advantage, right? Because they know where they want to go, right? And then you add in speed and strength and just technical skills, and then your natural gifts that maybe the defensive player guarding you doesn't have. That's how you become an elite player. And Coco's an elite player, and she's not injured, and I think she's going to win this match. Uchima's not going to have the opportunity she had against Osaka. Coco Gauff, she's not injured. As long as she serves well, she should probably win this in blowout fashion. I'm thinking possibly Coco should win this 6-3, 6-2, something like that. 6-3, 6-2 probably, or 6-3, 6-3. But she should win it fairly easily. Coco to win. Tomova taking on Sakkari. And listen, the Greek goddess, she's been struggling, and it's good to hear at the Indian Wells a lot of the experts agrees. Maria's been the topic of discussion, and her name's come up plenty of times as someone that's struggling, and we don't know what is wrong with her. I don't know. I can't pinpoint it. She's been through different coaches. Maybe just the adjustment of trying to get used to playing different game styles with different coaches. Maybe that's probably it. Realistically, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But she's never struggled against Tomova. They've played 5 times. She's beat her 4 times. Even though Sakkari's only won 3 of her last 10 matches. We've seen losses to Samsonova, Rybakina, Iga Swiatek, Yastremska, Osorio, Pegula, and Stearns. That's a lot of tough competitors, though. While Tomova, struggling. She's only won 4 of her last 10. We've seen losses to a lot of competition. And I mean, Sakkari did beat her over that stretch as well, the upper lens straight sets. But we've seen losses to Dasha, Minin, Siniakova, all good players. And even though she looked good last time out against Olga, theoretically, long forehand, not really able to beat you mid-court where Tomova wants it step into her backhand. I think Sakkari has the ability to extend the court a little bit more wider with her angles, making what I feel Tomova's best weapon is her backhand a little tougher to get to. Very windy here as well. I think that's going to affect Tomova a little bit as well. I like Sakkari to win the match. She's dominated Tomova. She's playing someone she's comfortable with beating, and I think that will give her the confidence and mental ability to make it to the next round. Amanda Anisimova taking on Belinda Bencic. This is going to be a good matchup here, guys. Amanda, she's been looking good. I've been watching her this week. I like Amanda. We all know I didn't put her on my American top contender list because I just feel that she can improve mentally a little bit more, right? And, it's not a knock to the things she's gone through. It's just that when you're on court, you have to be able to block that out, I think, right? When whatever you're going through off the court is one thing, but you can't let it affect you on the court. And I know that's easier said than done, because if something's bothering you, it's going to bother you, right? We're all human beings, so I give her a pass there. But I just feel at her best, she's a top 5-4 American any day of the week. She's that good. Now, she does own the head-to-head against Belinda here, but they haven't played recently. Amanda has won the last couple times they've faced. And going back over the last 10, Amanda's won 7 of her last 10. Belinda's won 8 of her last 10. The only 2 losses Belinda's had has come to Coco Gauff and Emma Navarro. 2 solid players, right? And this is a matchup here where Amanda's gonna have the home crowd backing her, but I like Belinda. I think just the way she hits her balls, they're angled, they're so low. I think Amanda's gonna have a problem getting under these balls, and I think Amanda's gonna have to run a little bit more than she wants to. While if she can make Belinda move and run, she can win the match. As simple as that. You make Belinda move around, you're gonna have a problem. The one thing that all the experts agree with me, and they've said for the longest, is Belinda, she's just not athletic. Her footwork is very bad for someone to be this elite, to be inside the top 10 for so long. Her footwork is just not good. I agree, and that's something that I've been saying for a long time as well. But Amanda's footwork is not that great either. So I think that kind of isolates a disadvantage of athletic ability that most of these players lack on a nightly basis or daily basis. So I think it levels the playing field a little bit more. And I think Belinda's going to have the advantage here. I think Belinda wins this match as the wild card. That's the pick there. Alicia Parks, AP in the building. Now, I told you guys, if that match was to be suspended due to rain and weather, then that's going to benefit Parks coming back the next day playing during the day, right? A lot less windy at night. That wind is just going to kill Alicia's balls. For someone so strong and aggressive like Parks, she needs to play during the day. Now, these two ladies recently played in Doha, where Parks won that match. And look, AP looks good. She's 10-6 on the year, top 60 player. She goes deep here, guys. She could break the top 50. She said, again, her goal is to get back inside the top 40. She's got the skills to do it. Diana's only 500 on the year, struggling a little bit here, right? What do you guys think about that? Is that something we should be concerned with? I don't know, because a lot of people thought she was supposed to do a lot better at Doha when Parks beat her, and even Dubai, right, where she lost to Nosova in the second round. I'm going to go with Alicia Parks again to get the win here. Look, as long as this match is not postponed until the evening where it's too windy, I like Alicia Parks' serve to put a lot of pressure on Diana. Alicia Parks coming forward, it's going to be a no-fly zone. I think Parks is going to be too strong, too aggressive for Diana. Diana only chance is to extend these rallies. She's going to have to play 15-plus shot rallies to hope Alicia Parks makes a mistake. But if Alicia Parks is serving well, Diana's going to have trouble returning. We saw Anna Kalinskaya, who's a much better shot maker than Diana, just struggle against Parks' power. And Diana's going to struggle as well. I like Parks to beat Diana again. That's the pick. Emma Navarro taking Serena Cirstea. Both of these ladies, did they just play? I'm having a brain freeze here. I could have sworn these two just faced each other. I think they did at Dubai, right, where Serena won that match. Now, Emma Navarro, she's won 4 straight, right? Petra Martic, we saw her win Samnez, Lena Evanesian, and Emiliana Rango. She won the Merida Championship in Mexico. She's hot. Serena took out Maya Joint, one of my top prospects, and Serena's won 7 of her last 10. I'd like Emma to get revenge here. Both ladies have a very good backhand, but Serena, she's been looking a little tired lately in these, that match against Kessler. If you can take Serena into deep water, you're going to have the advantage. And I like Emma Navarro to have the advantage. I think she beats Serena Cirstea. Donna Vekic is a huge dog against Alina. Straightforward here. Lena's going to leave balls to be hit. I like Donna Vekic to win at least one set as the underdog. That's my pick. Now, Rybakina, she comes through over Susan Lehman. She's going to take on Katie Boulter. That's going to be a good matchup. That's going to be played tomorrow. So I guess this is like an early pick. We're going to take a look here. I think Boulter can put up a fight here. I really do. Both ladies are tall. They love the deep ball. If Boulter serves well, I think she can beat Elena. They've only played once at Wimbledon a couple of years ago. Rybakina beat Boulter really bad, but last year Boulter really came on strong on grass, and I think she's now going to be known as a grass player. Boulter's won 6 of her last 10. She took out Big U. Look, a good shot maker, a lot of top spin. She gets balls back. I like the first set to go over 8.5. I think Boulter will hold against Elena Rybakina. Tauson, she's going to take on Mira Andreeva. That's going to be a good matchup. I would like to take Tauson to beat Mira Andreeva, to be honest with you. But the reality here is I think mentally Mira's going to be a little bit tougher. She just beat her in Dubai, the second set really bad. I'm going to go with Mira again to defeat Clara Tauson. Collins, she's going to take on Svitolina. That's going to come tomorrow as well. Look, they've played twice. Collins has beat Svitolina both times, but I don't know if she's going to beat her this time. I think Svitolina will get the upset over Collins. She's playing well. She looks good, and I don't really consider this an upset, but this will be the first time she's going to beat Collins. All she has to do is continue to get balls back. Collins will make mistakes. I like Svitolina to upset Collins. Wong upset Ostapenko. She's going to take on Pegula. Look, Wong plays well when she wants to. She wants to be known as a singles player over a doubles player. Pegula's tough. She's in form right now. Pegula's just a much better player than Ostapenko all around. She's not trying to beat you aggressively with these short rally winners and aggressive shots that she's coming across her body sometimes. She's going straight down the line, having to thread the needle. Pegula's going to make adjustments. Although Pegula has not ever beat Wong, she's going to do it. She lost straight sets last time they played in Wuhan. But, on the home surface, you're going to have the crowd going against you. I like Pegula to finally beat Wong here. That's the pick there. Mara Kashuk's going to take on Caroline Dolehide. Even though the crowd's going to be cheering for Caroline Dolehide, I think she's going to have trouble here. Marta looked really good against Robin Montgomery last time out, and I think she's going to keep that going here. I like Marta to defeat Caroline Dolehide. Dolehide's, she's going to want a baseline, but she's going to have a problem keeping up with these short balls from Marta. Marta's going to run her out the gym, I think. Muhova taking on Katerina. I think Muhova's going to have too much variety for Katerina. Katerina's going to have to use her drop shots like she did against Putintseva, but I just don't see it working. I like Muhova to defeat Katerina. And last but not least, Diana and Iga. I think Iga's going to force Diana to make a lot of mistakes. I like Iga Swiatek to come through and defeat Diana Yastremska. Iga, last time they played in Dubai, gave her a bagel. I wouldn't be surprised if she gives her at least a breadstick. I like Iga over Diana. Those are the picks, guys. Like the video. Hit the super thanks. We'll be back. Coco's coming up.